Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. It is simply outrageous. That is right, my peeps, my friends, my homies. I am back, and I am Quack. Back with another live stream. I hope you are okay. How are we doing? I will be with you in 1 second. Oh. Oh. What is going on? What we got here? So, today is Wednesday, not Monday and not Thursday. My most usual haunts for live streams. Just haven't been feeling it on those days recently, to be honest. But not to worry, I am here, friends. So we can all converge. Most of you like to use the live stream to talk with each other. And not Rich Mitch. But this is okay. I am at peace with this. Hello, Dushan. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Dropout. Hello, Tiger Rouge. Nina Canny. Drawn by Sense. Am I confusing you people? Please tell me all of your scents of the day. Tell me what is happening. Eugene. Caught the very last 5 seconds of Eugene's stream today. I have been napping. Let's see what you people are wearing. Rich is feeling neglected. We want to talk to you too, says Jeannie. Dropout is wearing Antace. Saint Jeannie is wearing a Rochas Femme. Nice. Drawn by Sense is wearing an old bottle of Coty Musk for men. Golan Heights is wearing White Imperial X-Ray. Dushan is wearing Zonka Vintage. Somebody else, I think it was Jonathan, sent me a picture today. He was also wearing Zonka. Chuck says, Mitch, buy my Rourke. Yeah, but I'm not getting ripped off. You know what I mean? $600? You must be kidding. That's a stupid price. Only a fool would pay such a price, Chuck. Ugh. Yes, I think it is #1 Chanel masculine. Yeah, I think it is as well, actually. I think that that between that and Egoist, you know. Traverse de Bosphore is Nina's scent of the day. Spaced Out says, Rich, how big is the difference between OG and new Shergi? So the green one is quite different to the purple brown one, you know. It's It's quite different. They are quite different. I'll be doing a video about it, but the purple brown one is much more... The purple brown one is much more IFRA tobacco-y, whereas the green one is much more hay tobacco, you know. The hell is up, Mitch? How are you? I'm all right. How are you? What's up? Sold 3 perfumes today. Fuck. Sold my vintage Fendi Uomo, but I've still got a bottle. You know, I've sold backups, basically. Sold a bottle of Pontacchio 21 by IFRA. And I have just sold a sealed bottle of vintage Koros, the Sanofi one. So I am 575 plus shipping to an obscene price. Try half that. Try half that. I know I keep saying I'd pay 400, but I wouldn't, to be honest. That's silly. Excuse me whilst I hydrate, friends. Oh no, I've spilled some water. An extremely foolish thing to do. Pradeep says, hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday. You got Lone Star Memories in front of you. I do. I've got 5. I've got Incense Rose, Lonesome Rider, Au Cours du Désert, Lone Star Memories, and L'air du Désert Marocain. And I should really start wearing these because I have a feeling they're going to go away soon. And by feeling, I mean I've got about 6 weeks left to wear them. So I could wear one. I could wear one once a week for the next 6 weeks, and that'll be it. New Killian release made me lose hope in the future of fragrance releases. 400 for a 50 ml bottle. Yeah, it's a rip-off. It's total rip-off. Prices are just outrageous. They're completely out of fucking whack with reality. For most people, they're going for that whole luxury thing, but secretly they do actually want sales. So they're just pissing in the fucking wind at the minute, I'm afraid, friends. I'm wondering if there will be any Chanel extras at the airport when I go. Possibly. Where are you going? Where are you going, Jeannie? Is Bois d'Argent still worth purchasing, says Jared. Not the modern one. I have a decant from my 450ml from 10 years ago, and this is absolutely worth fucking. This is absolutely worth your money. But the modern one, it's shit. It's shit. What's Lonesome Rider? Lonesome Rider versus Lone Star Memories. 2 very different. Well, they're not very different, but they are different. This one's got much more of a Fahrenheit vibe, actually. It's got that violet leaf thing going on. Little bit of some kind of watery magic, you know? Whoa, so nice. So nice. Rarely wear it though, because it's rare as fuck. Wear this all the time because it's not rare as fuck. Ooh, it smells like Red Dead Redemption 2. Wearing Groysmith Shem Al Nassim, says Mitra. Are you a fan? Cynical flank to Angel Share, add cherry and raspberry, and the dumb bros are flocking to it like crazy. Yes, of course. Oh my god, Rich, don't do that. I thought when you said going away, you meant Tower was finishing, got a fry. Killians are made for clones anyway. That's the entire discussion around the release. Yeah. Jared, nothing is worth purchasing anymore. I'm serious, says Spaced Out. Yeah, the value proposition's dead. You know, it's dead. It's just not happening. There's nothing worth anything anymore. You know. Going Gran Canaria, so we'll be Manchester Terminal 2. Ooh. M2 Carlino, how are you doing? You are wearing sartorial. Are you braced for the weather, everybody in the UK? Big horrible storm coming. It's going to get wet. It's going to get windy. Yikes. Anything on the grapevine, fragvine regarding Habit Rouge spirit? Apart from that it exists, no. You know? Absolutely nothing. Nothing from it. I don't like Habit Rouge, so... I don't like Habit Rouge, so, no. Not a fan of Habit Rouge at all. I don't know why it gets so much good press, like, if I'm being honest. I think it might just be a bit shit. I am not a fan. I am an AC unit. Mitra K whipping out the dad jokes there. What's happening, Duck? When? What's happening when? What? When what? Oh, there's a big storm coming at the weekend. A big, horrible storm. Old Dior Privé prices were crazy good, actually. You got what you paid for, say spaced out. Yes. Now look at them. They're absolutely horrible. Hideous, even. Ordered some samples of Bertrand Duchefaux's house. Hope not shite. Bloke has sent them to influencers already. Says Pradeep. Oh, no. I got some samples of Aritzia Legrand the other day. I got 6, I think. Pardon me. Safe travels, Genie. I will have to hibernate, says San Genie. Not going yet, but soon. Hello, Rich. Welcome, Pat Lester. You are wearing a Durham on this cold morning. It's the evening here, and it is cold. St. Jenny says, product, did we talk about Woody Mood before? I really want to try that. I know it's not new, but I keep thinking it'll be good. Dropout says, scent of the day, Duck. We shared ours. Your turn. My scent of the day is this. Sans Japanois. Ooh. I'm just going to light my candle, friends. Oh. Started using matches to light the candle these days. And the candle I am smoking at the minute is Incense Japanese. Outrageous. Outrageous. That's right. Using my Incense Japanese candle. Do you like? I know I do. I have a samplers like Comme des Garçons, Woody Sense. My sense of humour is sleep deprived. Ah, yes. Mitra K is operating on minimal sleep. Mitra, how long has that been the excuse, says James. 7 years, says Mitra. Oh, no. Have you tried Sequoia from a Red series? That's really nice, says Pradeep. Flexing Duck. I have matching scent of the day and candle of the day, friends. Ensemble Japanese is so good. I'm a big fan. You know. No, I remember James talked about it and I was intrigued. Hard to sample some Comme des Garçons. Fucking Comme des Garçons are a pain in the arse to sample, it must be said. It's a fucking nightmare, like. Ooh. Mitra, the dealer of the North, says drop out. Fragrance Enthusiast says, do you own any Lalique perfume? Not anymore, but I used to. Very good value on the second-hand market or the grey market, you know. Very good value, but brand new, fuck. Not really. Might go and sniff the new Surge this weekend, says Pradeep. Yes, apparently Serge Luton has released a new fragrance. Dealer my arse, says Mitra. Barbouche says, good day, Rich and chat, good day. Sequoia is absolutely fantastic, says Germs. Fragrance Enthusiast says, you tried their Homme Leon? Yes, I have. That was one of the ones that I had, and I gave it to Richie G. Because I've got Bois de Portugal, which is basically the Creed version of the same perfume. So Creed just increased the quality of the materials. And it's essentially the same fragrance as Bois de Portugal. Lavender, bergamot, sandalwood. I trust your nose, Germs, says Scent Genie. M2 Carlino says, I had Lalique discounted. They do smell good, and those tall bottles look amazing. Serge is getting hard at the sample here as well, says Scent Genie. Yeah, they're a fucking nightmare, like. Le Purse Vente Collection Noir. Do you know, I'm not sure that there is any difference. Like, I think it's just, I mean, I might be wrong. Do you know, I think I am wrong, actually. It's not got, it's got something in it, like fucking tea or something, hasn't it? Woody. It's dark, it's brown. I don't think I've smelled that one, actually, now you mention it. Are they claiming Moses was wearing Creed now? Probably. I mean, the brand's just completely and utterly deserted its previous they've just deserted their zeitgeist, their, what's it called? Aesthetic. What made them famous. Completely deserted it, you know. But then again, that started a while before they got sold. Tour de Feu was meh, says Pradeep. That's a Surge. What's the new Surge? Pradeep said Le Purse Vente. Is that the scent of the day? Yes, it is the scent of the day. And the candle is the same. The candle is the same, my friends. I've got an Incense Japonais candle. It's very mild. I'll say that about it. It's not a very smelly candle. It is dark, it is brown, it is oud, says Mitra. Creed's dead, says Jeannie. Bonjour, Ryan X, how are you? Anyone tried the Lalique Pour Homme Equus, says Fragrance Enthusiast. Horse! Kirk John keeping sugar cubes in his shirt is the silliest backstory I've heard recently, says Brody. It's shit as well. I smelled it. Went and smelled it last Friday. Shit. It's absolute dross. It's cedar, and then it's got that common garden fucking variety cedar, which is in fucking everything. It's got a big one of those at the top, and then it's got that caramel note that's in music for a while, and then it's got that sugar note, which has been in about fucking 50 different things from here to fucking Timbuktu, although Timbuktu doesn't actually have it in. It's just a very boring fragrance, to be honest. It's just shit. It's just got a bit of vanilla, 3 different kinds of vanilla. The guy was like, it's got vanilla in it, and I was like, yeah. So is everything from 1880 fucking 8, hasn't it, mate? We don't need Creed. We have Healy for now for freshies. Yes. Oh, hey, we will talk about Creed in a minute. Healy in a minute, sorry. I keep saying an Eddie's de Venustus Coupe Azure on eBay, and I should go for it. You should do if you like it. Have you smelled it? Fragrance Enthusiast says, there is a Porhomme Leon and a Porhomme Horse. Which will you buy? Well, the lion smells like Bois de Portugal. I can't remember what the horse smells like. Eugene, I think, smelled the horse. I'm surprised Proudeep hasn't smelled the horse. I'm in Lalique Encre Noir Sport. Oh, fuck! Of course I've got some Laliques. I've got Encre Noir Sport, and Encre Noir à l'Extrême. How foolish. Both. They can be both had for dirt cheap, says Fragrance Enthusiast. Good evening, Ali boy. You are wearing Promise. Ooh. 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 That's a big unit. Rich, do you plan on getting any full bottles soon? Well, I did buy Patchouli Patch by L'Artisan recently, and I did buy Cardinal, the vintage Cardinal by Healy recently. So they're my first 2 purchases of the year. I don't have any plans to get anything else unless the last sample box of Healy comes good. This sample box here has the remaining 4 of the Healys. So we'll see. I still could get Vetiver Veritas. Not hugely. I don't know. Vetiver Veritas, I mean, it's bonkers. As a feat of perfumery, it's amazing. Because it starts off deep and dark and ends with a grapefruit. And I'm like, what? Everything's upside down? How'd you do that? A very unusual state of affairs. You know? Lalique Equus, eh? I'm really enjoying Corpus Equus the last few months. Ugh. I just seen you did another Healy video, Rich. Looking forward to watching. PK, welcome. You are wearing Oud Absolute. I've been enjoying that this winter too. Bought Vetiver Veritas on the back of your Healy video, but I am comparing it to Vetiver Bourbon by Parfum d'Empire, and I prefer the latter. Interesting. They are they're different fragrances. Vetiver Veritas is 100% natural, apparently. So, I don't know, 100% natural perfumes are always a difficult one. You know? Which has made the most positive review out there of Promise. Ew. I may have done at the time. Changed my mind, though. More rooty, dry, earthy, and musky with the ambrette seed, says Ryan. I was going to try to limit myself to max 1 per month. We'll see how that goes, says Sanjini. This is the first time I'm falling asleep while listening to you talk. How the tables have turned, says Mitra. Carlino says, anyone tried Extaltum, especially afternoon tea? No, but I've heard of them. I've heard of Extaltum and I've heard of afternoon tea, but I've never tried it. Richard, cold and rainy here, and I have no jacket. Baccarat Rouge 540, need a hot chocolate. We're getting a storm through here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That'll be fun. How did you find the performance on Fit of a Veritas wrist? You tried it on skin yet? Tried it on skin a few times. The performance isn't great, I'm not gonna lie, but that's because it's got no synthetics in it. It's 100% natural. Natural oils tend to die away quite quickly, What is going on with my absolute Paulus law? Rich Mitch, are you a fan of Tom Ford Ombre Leather, the original EDP? So, when you say the original EDP, it actually came out as a private blend in 2016, right? And I thought that was nice. The re-release, no, because it's got a whopping great amber wood perfume in it, and I don't like it. I think Centrifugal Force is the least snobby frag head out there. I don't know if he's the least least snobby frag head, but he's definitely the least snobby reviewer. I think if that's what you meant, I agree. I think he's sound. Actually, wearing Corpus Equus was a lot better than smelling it up front from first impressions. Wore it the other day, says Carl. Yeah, I made this point in my Healy video today. Sometimes smelling a perfume right up close to your nose is very different from actually just walking around and experiencing it, you know? Sniffing it right up close can give you a horrible experience, you know? I just got Anbar by Comme de Garçon. Very nice and cheap, says James. He is a ceiling fan of it, says Mitra. I was not big on those cocoa, yuzu, ginger, freshy Heelys. Meh, says Pradeep. Sorry, I can't help my grade jokes. I bet that Rich Mitch will never get a Celine bottle, says Spaced Out. You're probably right, if I'm being honest. You're probably right. Pradeep, I quite like the yuzu, but not really into cocoa, says Saint Jenny. Montfresh is delightful. Yes, Montfresh is amazing. And I love Cologne Aficionado. Cologne Aficionado is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Sorry, I'm just streaming. Why is Juro Rose in bed? Why is he telling me he's in bed? Ew. Really Pradeep doing a girl on and renaming it? Oh no. Rich would rather just get a Bois d'Argent back up than the Celine. Absolutely, I was just about to say, I've got Bois d'Argent, I don't need any Celines, you know? Especially the Eau de Cologne Bois d'Argent. Fuck. It's fucking immense. I love it. You know? Drop out, must go to work. Oh no. Have a nice evening. Pradeep is wearing Cologne Aficionado, Salmarin and Cardinal are top, says Pradeep. Oh no, Cardinal is fire. I got the vintage one as well, just to piss off Pradeep. You know, because Pradeep was like, some of us have got vintage Healy, you know? And I was like, oh, do they? Well, let me look on eBay. And I did look on eBay. And what did I see on eBay? Lo and behold, it was a motherfucking vintage Cardinal by Healy. Amazing. Amazing. Who'd have thunk it? You know? Not me. I was shook. I was absolutely shook. And the funny thing is, right, there were no other Heelys on there. It was very strange. Is Hetty jobless in his mansion? I think he is, yes. I really liked Night Clubbing by Celine, so I'll need to revisit, says Jeannie. Pre-label. That's right, the Heelys are pre-label. I put Cardinal in the... spring and summer collection because I think it's springy and summery. So we'll see. We will see what happens, friends. Welcome seldomly often. How are you? Pradeep was raging, trying to do a fact check. Shut up, Duck. I told you of their existence. Yes, as you can see, Pradeep was consumed with jealousy. Consumed. Now he is not the only person with a pre-label Healy Cardinal. Exactly, a great summer incense. Yes. I think I'm going to try and wear incense in the spring and summer too. Wow, it's sharp. It's extremely bracing and incensey. It's really nice. It's really nice. You finally made a monkey out of me. Freshly changed oil is a great feeling, says Germs. Have you freshly changed your oil? When you sampled Ensemble Japonais, did it come in a 2ml decanter, those shitty 7ml vials? 0.7ml vials, all I see on the 80s website are vial samples. Well, let me tell you. The samples I got came, if you look at the 80s de Venusta sample set thing, there were sprayers, but they were 1.5ml sprayers, right? So it was like, what are you doing here? You know? Why are they 1.5? Well, they were a very awkward size to just hold, you know? But then at least they're not 0.7ml vials. They're not those. So fear not, you know? Fear not. When you sampled on Japanese, oh sorry, I've read that. Tried Rev de Ossian. Not yet. I've got them. I've got it in a sample box over there. Seldomly often says, I caught the flu. I live in Davos, where they host the World Economic Forum, and fuckers from all over the world gifted me some bug from who knows where. Oh no. Oh no. Sue. Put a claim in. Sue the fuckers. You know? And you finally made a monkey. Oh, I hate those vial samples. Everyone hates them. Vial samples. Seldomly often say, sorry if I missed your intro. I've been looking for that 80s Divinustas for a while. Worth it if you already have Cop à l'Azur? Yes, I would say so. I would say so because I love this. This was my favourite, along with Iris Nazarena. If you're looking for somewhere to get it, there is a website in Italy called IFRA Moda, right? And I got my Incense Japonais at about half price. So, and they were pretty good. They're in Italy. Oh, fuck off. I've completely fucked this. So, if we go to... Yes, I would like to search, thank you. 80s Divinustas. They've got the Incense Japonais candle. I mean, I paid less than that. That's £49. I paid a lot less than that. Signature. Cup à l'Azur. I mean, they've got big savings, but I mean, I saved more. I'm not going to lie. They must have had a sale on or something. You know? But if you go to IFRA Moda, right? If you go to IFRA Moda, you should be able to find the 80s Divinustas stuff. And if you sign up to that bullshit, the email bullshit, right, you'll get 10% off. So there's Grenadille d'Afrique, Amnesia Rose, that's 104. They're all 149. Don't let me down. Where the fuck? Incense Japonais, £149. So I don't know what that is in Swiss francs or euros, but that's like 60, 70 quid off what the charge. So it's 168 euros. So I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are at retail, but that's the best price I ever found them at, and it's real stuff. So if you sign up to their email bullshit, you can, you get 10% discount if you subscribe to the newsletter. So you'll get, what, 16 euros off, 17 euros off? I don't know if that makes it. But that IFRA Moda's got some good stuff, you know. I wonder if they've still got the Cianca Ann candle. Yes, they have. Wasn't a bad candle, that. I didn't really care for it at the time, but now I've tried the Incense Japonais. I think it's a brilliant candle. Incense Japonais candle's quiet. It's mild. It doesn't speak up very much, you know. I did oil change and car wash, and now I don't want to go to work, says James. But you'll enjoy getting there. Just don't go, says Cheney. He knows right, I may say that, to be honest. Welcome, Dick Curry. Was it not something to do with Black Friday, Rich? Yes, possibly. Yes. But I got mine for like 120. I got mine for like 120. You know, so they were like half price. I was buzzing. And they're 100 mils. I don't know if they do 50 mils. Was it not something to do with Black Friday, Rich? I'm checking now. They're 168 euros. The shop nearby has them for 182 Swiss francs. A little cheaper. Cool tip, thanks. No problem. Good evening, all. Welcome, Scott Bear. So it's not redundant to the other Bertrand incense, then? Well, no. From what I can remember, I'd have to go back and watch my own video about it. I've got an 80s Divinustas First Impression series, and I covered Cope à l'Azur, so I would go back and watch that. But that website, IFRA Moda, sells the samples as well, the little 1.5mm samples. So you could order, I don't know if that would be worth it actually, but you could order samples from them, you know, and you would be able to test them and see if you think they're worth it. Do you have Eau de Lavande by Goutal? I had it and I sold it. Too powdery. Very, very, very powdery. Very, very, very powdery. Aries de Venustus was here for under 100 some time ago. Yeah, no, but Balenciaga Pour Homme was available for under 100 some time ago. You know what I mean? Alas, it's not anymore. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. For under 100, Aries de Venustus is a steal, yes. You used to be able to get loads of fucking bargains like that. They've just completely worked them out the system now. Shit. Used to be able to get Tom Ford on Notino, Chanel as well, exclusives too. Fuck. Is Incense Avignon the best incense ever? Ugh. It's one of them. It's one of them. I love it. It's a fantastic perfume. Yibbity! Yibbity! How you doing, Zhao? Zhao is wearing Queer Beluga. Divine is wearing Suspiros Vibrato. Pradeep says, Avignon is a good reference, but now others have improved the theme. Which others? Which others, Pradeep? They have better samples than Adie's own website. What the fuck, says Pat? Avignon is fantastic, but I favour Kyoto in that series just a little more. Fortunately, I have both. I'm a big fan of Cyprus perfumes. Zhao and Divine, welcome both. Glad to see you back. Hey, Rich, welcome. Fragrance Collector, how are you? Yes, reference is right. Jesus Christ, that woke me up, says Mitra. Yes, nice. I'm wearing Royal Mayfair today. This smells so good. Royal Mayfair. It must not be winter where you are. That's how you are constipated, says Pradeep. We just could take part in a horror film with that scream, says Santini. Comme de Garcon Zagorsk is great. That's the irisy one, isn't it? Germs loves the Zagorsk. Germs absolutely loves the Zagorsk. Hello from Snowy Val Thorens. Welcome, Dev. Dev is rushing down a mountain, Bond-esque, jumping off the mountain with a parachute on. Santini says, Ali boy, I need to try that one, thank you. That was a Primordium perfume yelp. That's the last thing Francis Curtijean will hear before his end, says Carl. It's like Smoky Cypress. Yes, it's fantastic. Like somebody slowly burning some, or slowly, like, you know, what did they do when they put those things in the heaters? They put oud chips on those fucking heaters. Like somebody's doing that to some cypress, but really slowly, you know? Ooh. I'm in the house, so it's appropriate. It is cold outside. Aha. Dev says, so true, Rich. Today's cocktail was Champs-Élysées with yellow chartreuse instead of green. Ooh, chartreuse. Dev is so sophisticated, you know, so suave. Probably pounding all of those skiing women. I am curious about Norma Kamali. Some consider it the holy grail of incense, maybe just because of rarity. Dura Rose has got it. The absolute slag. He's got the fucking Norma Kamali incense. I am raging. He's like, oh, would you like to smell this? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm not decanting any. I'm like, fuck it. I got a sample of Caron Pour On. God, let this not be pissy like Koros. No, it's not pissy at all. It's powdery. Powdery. Sounds lovely, Dev. Enjoy. Richard, you try all the bell jars? No, I haven't tried all the bell jars. Pounding, are they burger meat? Yeah. He turns them into burger meat. You know. Just taunting you. Lamau, says Divine. Would love to get the new Caron Pour On parfum, but it's impossible. to find in the States. Overseas shipping is outrageous. Rich, if only that were true, says Dev. Women just don't appreciate my charm as of yet. Either that or I just can't put myself out there. Shy Dev. You know? Shy Dev. Bless him. You will find the right one. I have Dior Oud Isfahan. The price is misleading. 300 mil. $300, and it smells like a normal $120 Dior. It smells cheaper than that. It used to be so much better than it is, though. It used to be so much better than it is. Actually, there's an interesting story about Oud Isfahan. The first year, literally the first year it came out was the best batch by far. And ever since then, it's just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's something to do with the harvests of the rose and climate change, but I can't remember exactly what it is now. So I've kind of led you up the garden path, saying there's a great story about it. I just can't remember what it is. Pounding? Maybe mounting. Maybe he pounded them when he mounted them. Anyhow, I forgot to spray on my Adorum today, but I have worn it most days of the trip. Ah yes, Adorum. It's that caramel incense thing. I sent it to Fliss and she fucking loved it. Rich, did you ever get to try the Andulmeister fragrance that was supposed to smell like and taste? No, I didn't. But I wanted to. I remember Cheap Imitation got a bottle because he was a massive fan of Andulmeister and he just blind bought it, I think. I might be doing him an injustice there. Bloody expensive, though. I remember that. Anyone excited for the new Clive Christian? Brian has it on his site called El Red T Vetiver. Oof. I think you're going to be hard pushed to find anybody who's excited for the new Clive Christian. Wait a minute. What do you mean Brian's got it on his site? Is he selling perfume now? No. Good evening, the Prince Charles. You find the right one 3 times, Dev. Sebastian and Lanya bonded over Oud Isfahan. They bonded over the arm of the chair. Everything used to be so much better. I wish I was wrong, but the whole fragrance industry is not up to standard anymore. Absolutely. Smells good, but just imagine how it would smell more high quality. A bit like Oud Palau is how it used to smell, except better. Yeah, really nice. The one I like most on Revisit. Okay, great. Brian lists fragrances that aren't officially out on his website. Who is Brian? Brian is Brian. Anyone smelled the new transparent bottle Beaufort London collection? The one based around ambergris? I have not, but I'll tell you what I have got. Well, I would tell you if I could find it. There it is. Let's put these away. Up here. I've got this. It's called Rake and Ruin. It's called Rake and Ruin. And it is lovely, but very difficult to wear. Very, very, very difficult to wear. Rich Encre Noir Extreme is great, isn't it? Don't you think it's a little weak? Might be now, it didn't used to be. Basically, to smell a good fragrance, you need to pay €300 plus, when a few years ago it would cost half that price at least. Shithouses, absolutely. Absolute bastards. Fragrant and Parfumo don't list such fragrances, especially Parfumo, where you need an official source to even put it up for being added to the database. Interesting. Beaufort won't send samples to CH and will not give me alternatives to purchase. They won't send it to Switzerland. Harsh. I'm not sure where you would get them from. Is there not a website in Spain that stocks them? I'm sure there is, but I can't remember what it's called. Try one of the other European countries. I know Switzerland's quite hard to get perfume out of. I don't know if it's any easier to get it into. Maybe that Framoda's got it. Jacob done a video about the Vogue business article recently. Even they are speaking about the lack of quality. Yes, that's true. I saw that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I reckon 95% of people don't give a toss about what they're wearing as long as it smells decent. Is that why the industry is lacking? Well, it's a race to the bottom. This ends up happening. You know? No way, Sherlock Duck. Eloise Sense did good review recently of the Les Abstraits. Yes, that was today. And she bought the samples as well. And bought a perfume. Incredible. What are some good fragrance brands I'd go for that are uncover nobody knows about? At least the shills that are high quality. Oh, try Les Indomptables. Try Etro. Etro's a good designer house. I mean, Serge Luton, nobody talks about them anymore. Kerosene, you could try Kerosene. Annick Goutal, L'Artisan Parfumier, Maître Parfumier at Gantier. You know, there's a few. Diptyque. Naomi Goodsir. Comme des Garçons. Sell that Beaufort is Pradeep. I just got home and I've been looking forward to unboxing new fragrance all day, but our left nostril just blocked itself and I'm fuming. Lie on your right-hand side and your left nostril will unblock. I cannot wait for Berceliz's reaction of Dior Homme Parfum 2025. I'm not sure how he feels about the previous one. I want to go and smell it because I didn't like the original one. So I'm wondering if I'm going to enjoy this one more. Knowing the state of Francis Kirkjohn, I'll probably hate it. Like, Sens Unique has Beaufort. Yes, Sens Unique. Try Sens Unique. Seldomly often. They're a good website. They do Les Indomptables and they do other brands as well, you know. I talked about Serge a whole lot, says James. Me too. I don't wear them as much. I don't know why. I'm silly. Rubini. Naomi Goodsir. Nobody talks about my brand, says Mitra. Didn't know you had a brand, to be fair. Excuse me. Papillon. Andy Tower, says Dushan. He's right. Healy. Yes, that's right as well. Etro looks good. Yeah, Etro are fantastic fragrances, to be fair. MDCI, yes. Alicia, hello. How are you? Parfum Roma, scented moments. Zhao is a big Parfum Roma advocate. I haven't worn their fragrance as much this year. Caron Pour Un Homme reminds me of some candy. What is it? I don't know. Parfum d'Empire, yes, that's another good one. Divine says no shill brands, most likely indie brands like Slumber House, Arige Lador, and Sarud. In terms of niche brands, I'd say Royal Crown, Clive Christian, Ex Nihilo, maybe Killian and Arquiste. Killian's massively overpumped. I'm not sure. I'd like to try the Arquiste, though. I would definitely like to try the Arquiste, you know? Jeannie, if you're a fan of the cumin in previous declarations, you'll be disappointed. Oh, no. Filippo Sorcinelli's another good one, yes. Well, you're Carl. They are his favourite niche right now. My brand is called Oud for Shitness, says Mishra. Pradeep loves his new EDP Cartier. Nino Slav says got a shitload of decants, mostly vintage and grandpa ones. Scent of the night is Amouage Journeyman. Jeannie says, I'm not happy that they've removed the cumin. That is sacrilege. Ooh, I saw a bottle of Persian saffron by Xenia on eBay for fucking 400 euros. Was it euros or pounds? Someone's a rascal. Too much. Though I always thought those things were overpriced anyway, like. And then they changed them from the eau de toilettes to the eau de parfums, and it was like, I don't know why. I mean, Chanel did the same thing. That's probably why, actually, now I've said that, you know. That's probably why, because Chanel did it. And everybody else just sort of thinks, oh, fuck, Chanel have done it. We should do it too. I was really disappointed by Arquiste, says Pradeep. Turd Hermes Intense, I want to cringe. What's Hermes doing lately? I haven't tried the Intense, but I did try the Parfum on Friday. The Parfum. And I swear to God, it's got amber woods in it now. I was really disappointed by Arquiste. Profumum Roma. Profumum Aquaviva is great during the winter. Will remind you of sunny days ahead. Seldomly often says, I love Sorcinelli, but they are not blind buy safe at all unless you are really into funky incense stuff. Well, we do not recommend the old blind buy. This is why. Because it does madnesses to people. I sampled some Sorcinellis. I would like to sample the rest of them because you can only get like a box with 6 and you get to pick which ones go in and you can pick some of them twice over, you know? So it's like, what you doing? I ended up getting a bottle of Laos, but I think there's another one that I wouldn't mind. Reliquia. The one Dura Rose says is a sweaty priest. I wonder where he got that from. I was told Xenia is coming back and it was just a rebrand, says Germs. Ali Boy says, I am that rascal, you rascal. Have you sold it? Have you got many people interested? I had a bottle of that and it was cumin as all fuck. Good Lord. I actually gave it away to Richie J. I was like, I can't wear this. I wouldn't have cared if it was saffron, but it wasn't. It was cumin. I love Poe, Venice Rocco, and Almond Surd from Arquiste, says Mitra. The rest that I tried from them was mid. Indigo Smoke from Arquiste is elite. Indigo Smoke. I like the name. I like the idea of like purple smoke. It's quite cool. Xenia Mediterranean Neroli is really mice, says Pradeep. Mice, is it? Eek. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? I smelled Turd Hermes Intense Vetiver in the store recently and I thought it was good stuff, says Carl. Spaced Out says, I'm enjoying Queer 28 a lot, but usually leather is too much for my taste. Oh, I love a good leather. About half my perfumes would be gone if I didn't like leather. Was Venice Rococo really powdery, says Christy? Dioron 2005 has a leather note in the dry down for sure. Yeah. Really, really smooth, you know. I think I'm going to buy 50ml of Fahrenheit from 1992 for €100, says Dushan. Reliquia was like Paris Metro in summer with tourists. Ooh, sweaty. I get a load of US people interested, but I can't ship. Yeah, there's a guy from India trying to get us to ship out. He was like, oh, how much would it cost to ship? I was like, mate, I can't ship to India. He was like, yeah, but if you tried, how much would it be? I was like, yeah, I'm not going to try. It's super sweet, salty saffron cumin. So I don't get that sweetness. I get this smooth, watery, buttery saffron. And then this absolutely disgraceful stank, you know? Absolutely disgraceful stink from it later down. But cumin does that for me. Like some other people can't smell it. Some people it just smells nice and warm and lovely. Whereas to me, it smells like raw armpit, like 3 days at a festival armpit when it's hot. Indigo Smoke is a smoky tea fragrance with fruity nuances in the realm of Russian tea and matska. I'll tell you something that's pretty upsetting. My Russian tea spray is dead, right? So the fragrance is just sat there, fuming in the bottle. Raging, in fact. I usually say it will cost a plane ticket return. Yeah. Are there graceful stanks? There are many, many, many graceful stanks. In fact, the second half of the 21st century is littered with graceful stank. You know, that's essentially the female perfume trope of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s was graceful stank, you know. Laus and Quando Rapita Extasi are the ones I consider full bottles from Sorcinelli. Do you have been up close to a sweaty priest, eh? Yes, he was a choir. Would you believe he was a choir boy? He was a choir boy. Would you believe it? Absolutely disgraceful stank. That can be the blurb, says Santini. Corticciato does cumin tastefully, says Pradeep. Serge Noir is wonderful. B.O. Ew. Cumin. Cumin I got from... I had to get it as far away from us as humanly possible, like. No, Mitra, but there are cheeky ones, says Sangini. My Enclave sprayer is a squirter, says Divine. Good lord. Fuming in the bottle, says Christy. Filippo Sorcinelli does some great floral scents. Do not sleep on those, says Carl Anderson. I wouldn't go to sleep anywhere near Filippo Sorcinelli, if I'm being honest. I'll be back in a second, friends. I'm getting a bottle of water, and I'm going to dehydrate. What a juxtaposition. You know? I am a man of many contradictions. Goes to dehydrate, also gets a bottle of water. Wow, that made us need to fucking whiz even more. I'll be back, friends. Please entertain yourselves, talk amongst yourselves, have a nice time. Hello. Where is the little dude that goes in my door? There he is. He stops my door from battering in the wind. Oh! I'm back. How are we, friends? Oh, wow. Thirst. Thirst is outrageous. Let's see what everyone's been saying. Let us see what they've been saying. Wow. Floral sense and sleep, Freudian slip. Interesting prototype. J-Sense sumo wrestler is a distinguished, graceful stank. A sumo guy showers regularly, says Scott Bear. Serge Noir was too challenging for me, too acrid. Any challenging edges of Serge Noir goes away with consistent wear, in my opinion, says Jonathan. Divine says you can gift Sorcinelli to some of your freaky friends since it looks like somebody is about to finger blast someone else. I think you drink as much water in a day as I drink in a year, says Mitra. I am thirsty. Right, Mitra, I feel guilty. Rich Mitch needs to take over the weather report vids from David Lynch YouTube. Yeah, I could do that. Sorcinelli has a Pennywise fragrance. He's also got a Hannibal Lecter one too. Oh. Feel. Anyone smell New Angel Share? Interested to hear some thoughts. Seen Serdow's comment and a few others on Instagram already. Oh, another one. Flying hub. Drinking too much water in the long run can be very bad for the system. It's no wonder that I am fucked. Oh. What's this on my leg? It's not looking good, bruv. Most people so far aren't moved to touch too much by it, essentially saying it's meh. Acrid, slammo. Too much water and you deplete your body of potassium, says Scott. James, bundle up, boy, chop those trees. I have only seen Oda Erica's take on the New Angel share, says Carl. Oh, James. Almost Barber, nice. I even found some old money brands that produce fragrances. Thanks for your brand ideas, because it gave me ideas, says Fragrance Collector. Say a partial Jack on Macari for 180. Should I buy it? Hey, isn't that one of those, is that not a slumber house? Jordan Albro says, hello, fragrant friends. Welcome, and welcome Fosco, who was wearing Strange Love Fall into Stars. Look out for those stars. They're a bit warm. Don't fall into them. Why the fuck did delete my message, Lamau, says Divine. Who delete the message? Is it mostly full, Divine? Thirsty Duck. Found most of Sorcinelli's unwearable, but love 2 of the finger blasters, says Fosco. The word finger blaster will never not be funny. Partial in the realm of 15 to 16 mil, basically half full for 180. I think G current market value is around 400 to 500 though. Yikes. Got my eye on an OG Dior Eau Noir partial. That good green stuff, says Scott. Fosco, do you still have your bottle of Teatro alla Scala? Oh. Evening, Andrej. Ugh. Glad I got mine when I did. Prices are out of control. Yes, prices of everything are out of control. We're all feeling the pain at the minute. You know? Ugh. See how. Do you know, friends, I have made about, 15 videos so far this month? That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of videos, friends. I don't usually make that many videos. I have been inspired. It's the steroids that I was given the week before Christmas. You know, they gave me oomph. I'm playing with house money, says Divine. Now sprayed some Salvatore Ferragamo Testa di Muro. This is a cheeky stank. Immediate love, says Mitra. What is that next to the candle, Rich? That is Incense Japonais. This is my scent of the day. And this is my Incense Japonais candle. But it's mild. It's very mild. You know? It's very mild. So that is something to bear in mind before you buy one of the Edis de Venustus candles. This candle is very mild. The Cyan Ka'an candle is not as mild. Actually, if you want the God's honest truth, it's not as mild at all. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh. Are you making videos because you're lonely, says Artisan? Don't think so. Because I'm no more or less lonely than I've ever been. You know what I'm saying? Nothing has changed. So, I don't think so. I think I'm just making more videos because I was given a steroid injection before Christmas and I'm feeling pretty fantastic, you know? Whereas usually I do not feel pretty fantastic. I have some Roger samples coming. If that Lost in Paris or Tea at Bergdorf Goodman's is good, I'll drop £1,200, no sweat. Good evening, MJ. Scent of the day is Roch. Roch. Bon Parfumier hasn't raised their prices, I think, quite affordable. A few more. Fantastic, says Scott. It's a good feeling, Rich, when the fragrance inspires you. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. Funny story, I was told that tea at Bergdorf Goodman, due to the limited stock and scent, and the scent actually being good, has led to the fragrances trading for 3 times retail price. I shit you not. Good Lord. It's a good feeling, Rich, when the fragrance inspires you. That is a lot of videos. Look, price sellers will give you the zoomies. Yes, I definitely had the zoomies. That's a good way of putting it. It was a Kenalog injection. Not an anabolic steroid or anything like that, you know. It's like a medicinal steroid they give you if you've got rheumatology conditions or if you are having cancer treatments and stuff like that, you know. And by God, it doesn't half fucking make you feel great. Who are you inspired by? I don't know. I don't know that I get inspired by people. Maybe I do. Rich, you should try Keton fragrance. You may like it. Its bold fragrances, intoxicating tributes to the natural elements of Naples, enriched with refined oriental notes and tribute to sensuality. Have you used copy and paste there, son? Wow. Whew. Artisan says he's not lonely. He's just feeling inspired and juiced up. Yes, that's right. He's not lonely. I am making sure I annoy him 24/7, says Mitra. Now, I don't really get lonely, if I'm honest. I'm not a big people person in real life. You know what I mean? And don't get us wrong. There's sometimes when I genuinely crave human interaction. I don't feel like spending too much time with other human beings. You know, I'm quite a fan of my own kind of nice, quiet. My own nice, quiet kind of time. Ooh, a new Healy video. Yes, there's a whole raft of them. A playlist even. Ah, welcome, Dodger. How you doing? Hi, Rich. I recently bought Obsession. It smells nothing like the original. Why? I bought it at the airport. It stinks, to be honest. So, in fragrances, mate, in 1990, they introduced something where the industry started self-regulating, and they have a body called IFRA, right, which does tests on materials using all sorts of technologies, and a lot of the materials that are used have been found to have adverse effects on human anatomy, from anything from cancer causing to fucking infertility to fucking baldness, whatever you want, right? And over years, the technology has got better and better and better, and the research has got better and better and better, or more comprehensive, I should say, not necessarily better. And more chemicals have been banned. So the older the fragrances, so if your fragrance was released in 1994 or 1985, right, like Obsession, I think Male Obsession was 1987, throughout the years, it's had to have been remade many, many different times as these regulations came in, you know? So they've had to replace one chemical with another. What this has is it has like a feedback loop kind of effect, and it gets further and the more times it goes round, the more times it gets remade, the further it gets away from the original. So it stinks now because it bears very little chemical resemblance to the perfume that you originally bought in the 80s, mate. That's why it doesn't smell the same. There are vintage bottles available, right? You have to do your research. I actually fucking have one. I can give you some tips what to look for. This one doesn't have a lid, but that's by the by. Sometimes you've got to be prepared to go without a lid. Obsession. This is the Eau de Toilette Spray Vaporizator. All right, this is a tester. Don't mind that either. All right, what you want to look for, right, is on the bottom. Oh God, it should say Calvin Klein Cosmetics, right? So what you want here is Calvin, just above where it says Obsession there, right? It says Obsession, and above the Obsession it says Calvin Klein Cosmetics. That should guarantee you that it will be a good version of said perfume, and it will take you back to your youth. It should do. Also, be careful who you're buying off. You could get in contact with somebody I know called Anuj at Enchanté. Enchanté Perfume. Oh, shit. Enchanté Perfumes in Canada. He has a large and a deep backlog of vintage perfumes. Tell him Rich Mitch sent you. And he should be able to sort you out, even getting it to Poland. He's from Canada. He's sound as fuck. And he will help you. He will help you. Where have I put it? Oh, fuck knows. Ooh. It's quite ambery, actually. To be fair, I'd send you mine, but I can't. Because I can't ship to Poland, you know? Oh. So that's why it's chemical regulations over time, mate. And it is the bane of our lives as fragrance enthusiasts. I am a vintage perfume collector. I collect vintage perfumes. The reason I collect vintage ones is because I don't like the regulations that have come in, you know? So here we are. Yes, I need to explain like a used car salesman, says fragrance collector. Will you do a sample overview of Legalian? Yes, I will. Me and Jura went through this a while ago. You know? Me and Jura went over this a while ago, where we picked out lots of different Legalians that I wanted to try. And they didn't have them available on the bloody website. So I was like, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do with that, mate? You know? So I'll go back and see if they're there. And if they are, I'll award them. Apologies for the sincerity, but I'm glad you're feeling great and making more vids. Enjoy the hell out of them, man. Watching your Parfum d'Empire line review yesterday from 2 years ago. Oh, nice. Thank you. Do not need to apologise for being sincere. St. Jeannie says, Dodger, yes, that is so annoying. I remember the OG. Well, it was great. You are a fragrance introvert? I'm not sure I'm a fragrance, but an introvert, possibly. Oh. Where are we? The correct answer is, I am inspired by you, Mitra. Can't even fish a compliment out of the guy, says Mitra. Still haven't tried a single Mancera, says Spaced Out. Keep it that way and you'll do all right. These annoying damn human beings. Yes, they're everywhere. Inspired by Eugene. I need to sort out a decant of Ruade from Parfum d'Empire. Do you know there's a bottle, or there was a bottle on sale in this country at a not terrible price, but I bottled it, for lack of a better word. I thought better of it and didn't bother getting them. Say, Danny. Does mean you no longer have the obsession for it. Wait. Hey, John, you collecting decants? Not a bad idea, you know. We had this conversation the other day with me and Jonathan and Ramsey. Do we really need bottles at this point? No. No. Took Ramsey like 6 years to use a fucking... I don't even know if it was 6 years. I think it was like 4 or 5 to use a Vanille Havane sample up. It was like a 10 mil. It makes you realise, you know. Fuck. Oh, Lord. I used it in the 80s. Now it smells bad. Yes. It's poo. You can have it, says Dodger. Yes. Hermes service is lost sense. I'm not sure what you mean. Franska boy. Hey guys, hope you're all well. Wearing this Pure Distance MV2Q tonight. Actually, nice Antoine Lee creation. Oh, Dodger was wearing Brute 33 in Old Spice back in the day. Get in. Thanks, Rich. Same as radioactive polonium does. They were the best. Yeah, basically, yes. You know, essentially, it's the same principle. Even though they were terrible for you, I mean, some of them were. There are some colognes that I literally can't wear from the 80s. Quorum by Antonio Puig being one of them. I'd literally get a shock and rash because of the oak moss and that. It could be something else, which was banned. But I really come out in quite a bad allergic reaction to that, which is a shame because I absolutely love the scent. But that's life, you know. Going to try out Enchanté, says Scott Burr. Wouldn't mind finding a 70s version of Brut, the old Nitro Musk. I wonder if he's got any Brut. That'd be quite good. Is the Legalian Vetiver not meant to be good? Pass. It could be. But I've never smelled it myself. The Galleon is just meh, like Valentino Uomo. That's something else I'm trying to sell as well. Those Parfum d'Empire videos were already 2 years ago. Obscene, says Product. I must admit that was the first thing that crossed my fucking mind when somebody said that. That is an outrageous length of time. I cannot believe that's been 2 years. Where the hell does the time go? Welcome, Masso. Fragrance Collector says, is it wrong for me to say this, but Creed, Tom Ford, Dior hit rock bottom? No, it's not. This is widely accepted news. Dior's fucked. And it's all been a self-inflicted sort of injury. Those Parfum d'Empire videos were already 2 years ago. 222 is one of the worst woody frags. They are heavily inspired, like Nikolai, says Pradeep. I'm okay, sir. Danny, how are you? I hope you are doing well. The musical maestro. I think many young dudes believe that fragrances will change how people see them and do magic for them. Yeah, they've fully bought into the old... fucking marketing things, you know. Boob meat and tooth enamel. If I have 10 mil of something at this point, I have the fragrance for years to come, says Carl. Yes. But this is something else I was saying to Jonathan. I think I'm a bottle collector as much as I am a perfume collector. I do love a good bottle. Look at all these different trinkets I own, you know? They've got all these interesting shapes and materials. There's glass, there's metal, there's plastic, you know? Labels, paper. There's like mechanisms and stuff like that. Chemistry, you know? Smells. All that good stuff. It's mad, isn't it? Just woke up from my nap while listening, says Dick Curry. Who needs Mitra? What did I miss? Welcome, Dahlia. Welcome, Lilith. Fragrance Collector says, true kids my age think it will get them girlfriends since I'm in my teens, and yet they don't see the point to smell good for yourself. They want to please everyone else. Well, that's kind of just what being a teenager is all about, isn't it? We said we wouldn't come at the same time, says Lily. Pervert. But we agreed I would go first, Lily, says Dahlia. The other over-romanticism is also an issue. Reviewing incense fragrance and saying it's cleansing my soul isn't helped either. Everybody's going to romance and like and like beef stuff up, you know what I mean? Because it's like everybody's trying to be Shakespeare, and everybody's trying to say all these nice, pretty words and to get people to pay attention to them, because that's the name of the bloody game, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I think false promises are a problem, but expressing how you feel isn't. I just think that it's up to the people who are hearing as well to have some competency, you know? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Very dry this evening. What's going on? Dodger says, I like a sea of bottles in the bathroom. It's a bitch to dust, though. Yes. Yes. The good thing is I keep mine in like a bureau with a lid shut so no dust gets on them. So I avoid that problem in the main, you know. I like a sea of bottles. Easy to mix up, Lily. We are both the top, says Dahlia. Howdy to the best crew, says Christina. Hello, Christina. How are you? Bottles can be so beautiful. It's sad when brands like Guerlain standardize their bottles because of cost. I agree. It's a fucking nightmare. Lily says, plus I sound dumb. I prefer not to speak because when I do, it's just awkward. That is what you say. That is what you say. I feel the same way. I almost bought a bottle of Miradon, but I'm good with 15ml. I got in touch with someone on Parfumo today. I said, is your bottle of Miradon sold? They were like, no, it sold last week. I was like, why is it still up on fucking Parfumo Souk then? I didn't say that, but I fucking thought it out loud. Rich, do you ever wear Clinique Happy? I don't have Clinique Happy, but I do actually like the way it smells. It's orangey, you know? It's an orangey fragrance. Nothing wrong with Clinique Happy. Have you ever smelled Orange Sanguine by Atelier Cologne? That literally smelled like a glass of orange juice. Like 1-to-1. It smelled like a glass of orange juice. It was insane. It's a mad world out there, says Pat. Oh, by the way, want to know how I got this collection? I know what that's in referral to. It's a funny world we live in. I don't care about the cum part, just the orgasm. It's more important feeling. Lily has it wrong, says Fragrance Collector. Danny! Danny and a rich Mitch stream, what the fuck? If someone owns a 1920s Lalique Bouquet de Fawn bottle, that's a bottle collector, says Lost Sense. That is a bottle collector. Lalique glass is proper fucking beautiful stuff. Like, I'm like 5 minutes behind in stream and wondering what's going on in the chat. Lunch break over, gotta run. Thanks, buddy, be well. Cheers, Scott. Like the stream, says Scott. Yes, if you would like to like the stream, please do not let me stop you. It would be much appreciated. We know each other from the watch community, says Danny. Yes, we do. I also know Dodger from there. Sometimes I put on my wife's perfume. My eyesight is not the best in the mornings. It's all right. I've got a few feminine perfumes, but they're all vintage feminine perfumes, you know. Vintage feminine perfumes are better than fucking basically everything that comes out today, you know. Oh! Hello, Fliss. Oh, sweet jeebers. The L'Occitane. Do you like the L'Occitane, Fliss? Would you like the L'Occitane? The L'Occitane can be yours, Fliss. So Danny and Rich are paying Key via PayPal. Noted. I'm not paying Key via PayPal. I'm not paying Key via anything. Yes, I figured. I know Rich is into watches too, says Lily. No, that you are. You're mistaking me for someone who has money, says Sir Danny. Better for men from Girl on Vintage. For $230, not bad. No, it's not great at all. Vintage femmes are more masculine than it is bubblegum vanilla men's. Yes. Yes, it is true. I love the L'Occitane. I used to wear it before it was discontinued. Fliss, it can be yours once again. I am an evil boy. I didn't know you were a fan. L'Occitane used to do some bloody lovely stuff. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Or they did, I should say, in the previous tense. Furious tapping, says Dahlia. Dodger says, I'm off to count bottles. Interesting to see who has the most. I think I've got... I haven't got the most. Well, no, I certainly haven't got the most. So I've got about 400 bottles of perfume. And then I've got a lot more in backups. Like, I've backed up a lot of perfume, I won't lie. Got a couple of hundred backups, I reckon. And I've been selling off me backups. Loads. Ooh. I throw my bottles away when I'm done with them, says Danny. Furious tapping, that's right. Yeah, L'Occitane's marvellous. I've been threatening to wear Eau de Beau for a while as well. I still haven't worn Jubilation this month. I think I'd wear Jubilation if I was going out or doing something interesting, you know. Or even something boring. Dahlia, do you have a long to buy list? Asking for a friend, says Lilith. Welcome, Galfar. Christina says he is a starter on WhatsApp. It is sad to see when good colognes get discounted and then the rare ones like the Parfumier makes it impossible to get them. Sad, says Fragrance Collector. The Parfumier's pricing used to be great and then it stopped being great, if I'm being honest. It was a bit woof. Oh. I was able to get a bottle of Ma Liberté. Finally, I can rest in peace for now, says Pat Lester. It's brilliant. It's a great perfume. I'm looking forward to wearing that in a couple of months' time. That's a spring and early summer perfume for me. The eBay has been quick recently. Oh no. I was able to get a bottle of more. Sorry, I read that. What's a great office fragrance? Longevity would be nice, but low projection preferred. I don't want to stink the place out. Smelling like a kipper with my Patchouli 24, which I really do like. Prada Amber Pour Homme is probably one of the best office fragrances, but you have to get the made in Spain version. You have to get the old Antonio Puig version because L'Oreal got the license and shat all over it, because that's what L'Oreal do when they get licenses to make perfume. Discontinued. Sick of my autocorrect, says Fragrance Collector. Welcome, Douglas Miller. How are you? Just counted between me and the missus, we have 13 bottles. Oh, that's quite good. I remember when I had 13 bottles. Yee. I mean, I don't suppose I've had that amount of perfume for the best part of 20 years, like. Mitch, have you tried the new Absolute Polar Soir? Don't think so. Certainly, Danny says, did you say you're considering a day date, Rich? Well, when I say considering one, I'm considering having sex with Jennifer Lawrence as well, and that's not going to happen either. So that's kind of where I'm at with a day date, you know what I'm saying? That's something that a day date is much more likely to happen, if I'm being honest. And it's a long way in the future. Just putting Pradeep in timeout for those outrageous remark. I used Petunia in the 70s, had my kaftan and shiny high heels, says Dodger. I don't really. There's only 5-ish things I want. Pradeep says, Dior might as well sell beauty to L'Oreal. Well, it fucking smells like they already have, if I'm honest. Emily Sense says, Sicilians are considered melanated. Okay. Spot on, Pradeep says. Scented moments. Does day date mean strange activities? No, it means a watch with the day and the date on it. Do you prefer Bellamy Shaker or the second version? I think I prefer the second version, Solomon. What's going on with Dior Parfum? Not sure, and I'm not sure I'm bothered, if I'm honest, because I never really cared for Dior Parfum. What's a day date? It's a watch with the day and the date on, you Burke. No, Pradeep was falling. I've timed him out for a minute. He'll be fine. I'd like to get my hands on a Patek Philippe, says Fragrance Collector. Yes. As long as you can run quickly, you know. It's probably the only way you and me are going to get one. I heard gay date, says Dahlia. Doug will tolerate zero Jennifer Lawrence slander, says James. Hello, Danny and everyone. Probably our fellow mod. You'll be missed, says Lily. Masso or Tom Ford Beau de Jour is great too. Granted, I am an old and grumpy, but they are good sense. Don't yell at me. You are behind in chat. Catch up. Shut up, Lily. Did it? Shh. Rich, do you still have vintage DHI? No, I sold it, actually. I sold it. Dahlia DM me about that list, says Floral notes. Gay date. Love it. Silver Panther, how are you? How's it going? Just popped in. You went on a date. Those are fun. What's her name? No. Don't get into the watches rabbit hole, says Masso. Is that Tim Masso? No, of course it's not. Love some of the Patek models more than the dress watch side. How am I about Patek? I would like I think the only reason I would like a Patek is to tell people I had a Patek. But then that's the problem with them, isn't it? You can't tell people that you've got a Patek without getting your arm chopped off, you know? Patek is spectacular, says Galfo. I love my Duron Parfum Original, one of my all-time favourites, but honestly, I cannot be bothered spending over 150 euros for a backup. There's lots of fragrances to appreciate and few to discover. That is very, very well said. That is very well said. How much is a day date? It depends where you get them from. If you get one brand new, you're looking at upwards of £30,000. So I will not be getting a day date unless I win the lottery or some shit, you know? Because the thing is, when you start spending that kind of money on watches, you've got to get them insured. Otherwise, there's no point in having them. "2014 was the last good year for Dior." Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, if I'm honest. Which I like the simple 5196 Calatrava. Nice. I have two, 2014 and one 2020 DHP. Pradeep is back. Sebastian has 40 DHP backups, more than Dux Balenciaga. Yeah, and it's only half the fragrance. It's not even half the fragrance. It's just not. It's nowhere near, you know. Funny, says Dodger. I noticed the fragrance lasts longer when sprayed on my watch rather than my wrist. No idea why. So, your skin is a living organism. It sweats. It's exposed to like movement and stuff like that. It's exposed to temperature changes more. And it burns off, essentially. Fragrance burns off your skin sheds as well, so it'll just disappear, whereas on your watch it's like an inert material. It'll just the alcohol will boil off from the perfume and the residue will be left behind, and it will smell. If it's a strap, it'll get into the material, you know. Excuse me. "Oh, I will not be getting you a day date then," says Lily. That's a shame. Lily bought me a shark today who has promptly started leaking. There's a hole in my shark, friends. A hole in my motherfucking shark. It was one of them anxiety sharks, you know? Or like a stress shark that you squeeze. But I can't squeeze it now because it's got a hole in it. And if I squeeze it, the goo will come out. Duck protects Jennifer L. Sebastian has 40 DHP, but it's a lot of backups of DHP. 2025, it's blasphemous, says Galfo. The DHP. Pradeep has risen. Is it Easter? Fantastic fragrance, channel-friendly profile pic, Lilith. Yes, Lilith with her boobs out. I cannot force myself to put more than 2 sprays per wearing. Archie Luxury would quite like Lily. Scent of the day, says Mosso, was Francesca Bianchi's Sticky Fingers. Patchouli, etc. In my opinion, a fantastic scent. Not a massive fan. Not a massive fan of Old Bianchi. There's no cleavage, you buffoons, but there is side boob. It's coming out the sides, that's why. And the Chanel 30ml? What's that? Where's the Chanel 30ml? What Chanel 30ml? What are we talking about here? DM'd you, Lily, says Dahlia. They're going to talk about boobs where we can't see. The Les exclusives in 30 mils. The box. You're kidding? Oh yes, of course, that's right. You buy 5 of them. That's just a gimmick. They've always done stuff like that. They've done that for 40 years, you know. Our test is more potent than the normal fragrances. I'm not going to lie to you. That used to be my fragrance conspiracy theory. I don't actually think so anymore. No, I'm going to say no, they're not. But I used to feel like that, but I don't anymore. One of her best works, Marcel, says Zhao. Wrote the wrong text in here. It didn't send, thankfully, but Homer's got some good vintage colognes on eBay, says Frank. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Our test is more potent than the normal fragrances, says Danny. Chanel 19, too feminine for a man? No, I'd wear Chanel 19, absolutely. That and Cristal. Just have no shame when you wear it, you know? There's free ones all over the internet, Dick. I'm sure you can find some. Dick wants to be in on the boob DM. Dahlia says, yes, women only. Look at Centrifugal and look at what he wears. There is a gender in fragrance, says Spaced Out. What do you mean? I wear it too. Fantastic fragrance, number 19. Fragrance collector. I would. I wear Galop by Hermes. I would wear Galop by Hermes. I thought Galop was a little bit fruity for me. You know, a little bit girly. Like, I want to say juvenile, but I don't know if juvenile's the right word. I associate that fruity kind of fruity floral kind of thing, fruity rose, as being like teenage perfume, you know? It's just not for me. It was a little bit meh. It's okay, we seen your nipple. Aye, fuming about this. Heard about this. Where's Dahlia's nipple? Fragrance collector's currently going through deleting all his messages. There is no gender in fragrance is what I meant. Centrifugal looks like a muscular soldier dude and he wears sweet floral gourmands. I see. He kind of just wears what he likes, you know. I think he was in the Marines. I mean, he can wear his sweet floral gourmands all he likes. He wears Mancera and shit like that. Ooh, you know. Ooh, not for me. I mean, to be fair, he can wear them if he wants it as well. And it's his money. It's his life. He has to wear them. Good for him. Good for anybody, you know. I mean, if you ask me my opinion, I'll tell you my opinion. I don't like them, you know. Don't like any of them. They smell like smells and not perfumes, which I like perfumes rather than smells. Although I suppose there is a time and a place for just having a smell, just smelling, you know, of something. But my kind of stance on that is if I'm going to spend money on something, I want the craftsmanship to be there as well, because that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want, you know. And you don't necessarily have to spend a shit ton of money to get that. Fragrance collector leaves no trace. He's a spy. Where have you been? Who sent you, fragrance collector? I delete them like it's a mechanism that I do for some odd reason. Look inside yourself. Tell us. I think I would wear any Chanel except Coco Mademoiselle. Thinking of selling my vintage Coco as well, actually. I shall have to get in touch with a couple of people. Seriously thinking about selling my Coco. Excuse me. Wow. Sorry. I wouldn't care. I'll be wide awake after this stream finishes and I'll stop streaming. It's mental. Ask anybody on my WhatsApp. Any fucker on my WhatsApp will tell you, right? In every single one of my WhatsApp voice messages, I'm like, yawning like fuck, right? I don't yawn any other time of day than when I'm talking to these people. It's mental. Where am I? Just saw an ad of the new DHP with Francis and Robert Pattinson smelling the fragrance in a car. One of the corniest ads I've seen. I mean, fucking Francis is just a charlatan. I do appreciate when a perfume captures the smell of something perfectly, but I wouldn't want to wear it. I do appreciate that as well. Yes, absolutely. You know, like that fucking break and ruin. This is a trap I've fallen into many times, I think. I really appreciate the smell of something, but I don't want to wear it. You know? Like, I appreciate the way something smells. I think, oh, that smells good. I appreciate that. You know? And then I buy it. And I try and wear it. And I'm like, oh, no. What? Ooh, 39 viewers and 39 likes. How fun. I like that. DMI6, says Fragrance Collector. So Danny says, Rich, I hated the old early 2000s diesel fragrances. They all just smelled of coconut. Yes, that's right. Did you ever see the one that came in a milk carton with the cows on it? And it was a milk bottle. A fucking girlfriend gave me that. Fuck. Stacey, she was called. Weird. Fuck. That was 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago. It was 21 years ago. This Jenny is a shame when it doesn't fit us to wear. Halfway through Ghost Perfumer, says Mosso. Very interesting read, but surprisingly defamatory. Do you know what it is? It's not defamatory, because if it had been defamatory, he'd have been sued, and he has not been sued. So everything, you can take everything you read in that book as being an honest portrayal, you know? So Roger Dove has been known to be particularly litigious against people for saying things about him. He's threatened litigation. And yet, fucking Gabe Oppenheim wrote that book and said everything he said about Roger Dove, and none of it has been brought up at all with him. I was thinking of something like Panettone. It smelled exactly like it, but I couldn't wear it. Yes, gourmands can do that. Coco, welcome Eugene. How are you? Chanel Coco is one of the few from the brand that simply doesn't work on my skin. Way too much ylang-ylang for my tastes. It's mentholated. I get mentholated rose from it. Yawning highlight reel. 21 years ago was 2004. Hard to believe. It was a hard year for me, 2004. I'm not going into it, but it was a strange one. 2003 was an incredible year. Basically did whatever I wanted. 2004 was the exact opposite. Rich, have you tried the Bidot line? Says Juraja. No, never even heard of it, if I'm honest. I don't think I have, anyway. Desandre's on my shortlist, says Dick. Zhao got a huge elang recently. Masso says, that's what I thought about the book. Must be true. Which means the main protagonist is a total shyster. You mean Olivia Creed? Yeah, he lies through his fucking teeth. His entire fucking life's been built on a lie. Fucking arsehole. That's why it didn't last, says Christina. Stacey's mom has got it going on. Never met her mother. In fact, her mother told me. Her mother told her that she couldn't be with us anymore. That's what happened there. Naughty boy. She didn't like the fucking bad lads. The mother. The daughters did, though, which was All right. Ooh, I've got some nuts and raisins next to my bed. They probably shouldn't be next to my bed because I'll eat them. Rich had a motorcycle. Rich did not have a motorcycle, but thought about getting one. I was in 6th grade in 2006 with no care in the world. Christina is a baby. Very young. Fuck, how old does that make you? I don't even think you're 30 years old yet. Fuck! I think I was in 6th grade 10 years earlier than you. But you're here now, Mitra. You made it. 2006 was the worst year of my life so far. Fuck! You're here now. You made it. You are with us. You've had to go through all of that, and you've ended up on Rich Mitch's stream. You know, out of the frying pan and all of that. Started my job in 2003, says Eugene. Oof. Fuck, lol, stop it, says Lily. Yeah, surprisingly, I am alive still. Show me the shark, says Lily. Shut up, Lily. Oh, fuck! Here is the shark, and here is the split. Here, can you see? That's where he split. My stress shark couldn't take the stress. Ew, brother, ew. He is doing a leak. Lily's gone in the bin, mate. He's fucked. A silly shark. Gutted. Flaccid. Yes, the shark should not be quite so flaccid. It didn't last a day. Lily, it didn't last 10 minutes, mate. It didn't last 10 minutes. Leaking shark goo all over the place in the bin with you. Foolish shark. Bye, shark. Animalic ingredient, yes. Getting some ambergris. Stop saying fuck my other stays. Sorry. But I'm not going to do that. How long before Becca finds you, Rich Mitch? I'll just block her. Not getting involved in that. I think that's... no. There's mental problems going on there. Fuck that. Oh no, I need more of this story. Yeah, Lily sent me the shark because... Lily sent me the shark because I'm one of those people who tense up and grinds my jaw. You know, clenches my jaw, grinds my teeth. I was telling her, she was like, you need one of those squishy toys. And I was like, yes, yes. So she sent me one, and I fucking broke it. You know what I mean? Oh, my hands smell of plastic shark now. Ew, rubber shark. Animalic ingredient. Did you bite it? No. See how they like it. Don't you rode the wheels of hope, says Christina. Baby shark, do, baby shark, do. See, Danny's laughing at the thought of Becca. I'd just make her cry. Sorry, Becca. You fucking monster. Demand cologne, there is a party in here, there certainly is. Rubber shark, the new fragrance from Dior. Oh my god, sharks, says Christina. Look out, it's a shark. A rubber shark. I reckon I could slap somebody with it. Maybe I should get it out of the bin and slap somebody with it, you know? Have you managed to smell the new Dolce & Gabbana Devotion Pour Homme? Didn't know it was out. Dolce & Gabbana not really high on my list of fragrances to try, if I'm being perfectly frank. The vintage Pour Homme and the latest Pour Homme is actually really good too, to be fair. But, some of the dross they've released. Yikes. I didn't even care for the one. I had a bottle of the one, and it's the one that I gave away. Well, to be perfectly frank as well, it was really surprising. It straight up smells like strong coffee. Ooh! Maybe I will smell it. I am intrigued. Where is Stacey now, I wonder? Probably in a council house with kids. Might not even be her kids. Agreed on the Dolce & Gabbana, and the original pour on was great too, says Sant Genie. Oh, for the love of all that's fucking holy. Speaking of years, Doug, what was the best year for fragrances? Could have been 1981, you know. Could have been 1981. 1990 was a good year. 1997, 1996. 2007 was a really good year. It's the year the Tom Ford Private Blends came out. 2005. There's a few, you know. There's a few. Hard to tell without having a lot of fragrances all lined up in a row. Everyone is comparing it to Awake by IFRA. I'll go and smell it. I think IFRA is a good house. Lily says, would you have let your daughter date you back then, Rich? No. Fortunately, I don't have a daughter that I know of, so that's not a problem I have to encounter. Is it a cresp? Was the devotion for women not by him? And people are saying it was like Bake. Interesting. Mr. Cresp using his own fragrances as submissions for perfumes that he's making for other houses. Naughty. Anyway, I'm going now. It's been 2 hours. I've had enough. My back is going fucking mental. It's in absolute bits. Shit the bed. Anyway, I am off. Thank you, friends. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for talking to me. And I will see you all again soon.